Hello. Oh, let me move over here.
We are officially live.
Hey, everyone.
Hello. Hey, Sarah. Sorry we're late.
Oh.
Hello. Thank y'all for joining.
Yes.
We love the hearts. Thank y'all. Sorry. So, as you saw earlier, my son, hey, Rachel, would not go down, and he's still not down. So, we'll see how this goes.
He's eating a popsicle, I just saw.
My husband's giving him a popsicle. That's real great. Hey, Jessica. So glad y'all are joining us.
Hey, y'all.
This makes us feel good. We were a little nervous. Nobody was going to attend.
Yes.
But as the title said, 99 problems, but success isn't one. We are real excited about our 1 month in. We are about to cruise qualify. We have 3 pop-ups this weekend, and we think we will cruise qualify. And we'll explain what that means throughout the Q&A. But yeah, so for those who know, we are extremely excited about that. And we are here today to share with you, whatever you want to know. We have some questions that people asked us and some things that we prepared. So we'll probably start with those, and then we'll go to whatever questions you all have, if that's okay.
Yeah. Pages wearing. Oh, yes. My favorite color to wear.
She's got me addicted to this, too, now.
Yeah, we wear them, like, every day, pretty much.
Yeah. Perfect for nursing, too, especially trying to be discreet.
Yeah.
But, so we want to start off with saying that we turned in our paperwork the end of March and got our phone call June 15th.
Yep.
And then got our inventory the next week. So, it took us a while in the queue. They're actually speeding up the queue now. So if you're interested in selling, I think it's now down to 5 weeks that you're waiting, which is awesome. We're a little jealous of that. But
yeah.
But when we were in the queue, we worked our tails off. So we did a video about setting up for success. If you haven't seen it, it's on YouTube. But we did a lot of things while we were in the queue waiting to get our business started. The first thing is the people that the demographics that we are penetrating have not really experienced LuLaRoe. We're in Greensboro, North Carolina, and a lot of our friends and families never even tried it on, knew what it was. So we knew right off we were going to have to do a lot of pop-ups. So while we were in the queue, we ended up, by the end of us being in the queue, setting up 21 pop-ups. I think we said 19, but then before we got our final inventory, we ended up having 21 pop-ups planned, and that's just, again, trying to introduce this clothing line and get people excited about it. So, hey, thank you for joining.
Hey.
So we want to start off letting you know that the people that we penetrate don't really know LuLaRoe that well, and definitely don't like the unicorn patterns yet. So we're working on that.
Yes, don't you see us wearing our plain colors to attract our people? But did you want to get started with the questions? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll just, sisters, no, we're best friends.
Yes.
We'll go with the first question, and then, like, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask, and I'll write them down so that we don't miss anything. So.
The first one is, how many sales do you do a week? We honestly have tried to do a sale a day. So, and if we have pop-ups going on, we most of the time don't do a sale on that day because it's kind of hard for us to get our inventory out before our pop-up. And we've been planning pop-ups every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So sometimes that's 4 pop-ups a weekend. It's been averaging around 3, but there has been times where we've done 4.
Great. Crazy. 4 pop-ups in 1 week.
And then we have, like, on Monday, we've set a schedule with our Facebook group that every Monday night we post our inventory and it's sold till Tuesday. So that's one of our sales. We do a multi-consultant sale that's actually ended for us now. So
yeah, no more of that.
Yeah, so we're having to come up with some creative ideas and branch out to other businesses for our Wednesday, Thursday. And then Fridays we try to do some type of something exciting, like outfit sale or mystery sale.
We have one going on right now.
Yeah. I will say that we are constantly trying to, good question, thank you. We are constantly trying to brainstorm different creative ways to sell the inventory, to get it moved. So, yeah. But we're also trying to not always penetrate the same people. We've seen that we have been trying to do a lot of Facebook sales, but we're like, those are the same people that we're constantly asking. So that's why we're trying to branch out now to companies. We're going to be at BB&T next week. Yeah. We're branching out to some salons and stuff to kind of get more group members. So,
yeah. Someone just asked average number of pieces per pop-up. It varies, but you asked for an average. So I can tell you, I know numbers off the top of my head. Our lowest in numbers was 500, and our highest has been like 1,200. So if you
in
sales. So if you divide that by the average price, which is I think like $39, how many pieces is that? Like an average would be like 25 or 30.
Yeah, and yeah, so it depends. So the biggest thing that we learned with our pop-ups was we had a pop-up and the hostess, they did great, but they only relied on our Facebook event that we created. So when somebody books a pop-up with us, we create the Facebook event. We send out flyers for them, and we try to encourage them to do a lot of face-to-face, do a lot of texting and things like that. Well, they didn't do that too well, so again, that's when we only have about $500 sales. But we've had some people who they do a lot of talking it up and getting their friends there and getting them, through texting it on, reminding them. And we had about 15, 20 people, and that's when we have our 1,200 sell. So biggest takeaway, the more pieces you sell is if you can encourage your people to talk to them, not just rely on Facebook.
Yeah.
Or the event.
Yeah.
The flyers.
But we've been, with all of our pop-ups, I feel like we've been pretty happy with what's happened. especially just in our first month. I think it went above and beyond what we expected at several of them. So
a lot of people, again, have never tried on LuLaRoe, so to get them to purchase one item we're excited about, because then they're going to fall in love and they're going to come back and want more. So
yeah, and another great thing is we booked, at all of our pop-ups, we booked more pop-ups.
Yes.
So I think if you can do that, that's what you want to do, because that's how you're going to continue your business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, did you go to the next question? Or?
Yeah, we can go to the next question. We had some other questions written down, but if anything comes to mind while we're talking, just ask away, and we're here to answer until 10 o'clock. So,
I heard about a cruise for consultants. Is this true? Like we said, we're about to cruise qualify, and so it is true. What you have to sell $12,000 a month for 4 months consecutively to get on the cruise for free. And we're a partnership, so what that means is we would get to go and we'd have to pay. Yeah, we would have to pay for our spouses to go. So if you're in a partnership, it is me plus one. She would be my plus one, or I'm her plus one. So just so you know. But if you're by yourself, you get to take your husband or spouse or partner, with you. So husband and spouse is the same thing. Sorry.
And almost every consultant that I've talked to that has just started, they're like all cruise qualifying. I will say that we've worked hard, and you have to work hard. You can't just go into the business and just sit around. Good question. Food at pop-ups. But if you actually go out there and try, you can cruise qualify. You just have to try. You have to work. You have to do a sell. You have to set goals and do a sell every day or every other day. But I would say that if you do that, it can happen for sure. Food at pop-ups, how do we handle it? That's a good question. We actually have a hostess packet that we send out when people sign up. Yeah, you have to sell $12,000 a month in sales, 4 months in a row to cruise qualify.
And that's to get the worst place on the ship. So if you sell more, I think the top is $15,000. You're going to get the best place on the ship. So
yeah,
just for you to know.
Yes. So hopefully,
hey Sarah, yay! I'm glad you made it.
Hey Sarah. Stevie's pregnant, so she can't go on the cruise. Worst place on the ship. Hey. The food at pop-ups. So we have a hostess packet that we give to when someone signs up to do a pop-up, and it says, thank you, and it says, don't, try and have foods and drinks that aren't going to stain our clothes or Oh, all the haters out there. Stain the clothes, or like don't have Cheetos, like things like that. We have a list, and then we also have learned that we need to follow up with them, like a text the week before their pop up and just say, go over the things, like make sure if you have a dog that sheds, put them up, make sure that these things are in order. So if you kind of let the host know ahead of time about what foods to have and not have, you shouldn't have an issue. We haven't had an issue with food at all.
Mm-mm.
So.
And we kind of make it, when we go and set up, we make sure the food is somewhere separate from the clothing. So that's been nice. I will say, and I remember Margie, our sponsor, told us this, that really she's the only one when she does a pop-up who eats. And we've noticed that at pop-ups, like it's us eating because we're there the whole time, and the hostess, obviously.
Yeah.
Some people literally just come in and shop and then they leave. They don't hang out. They don't eat. They literally do the drop and shop, which is great.
This is a Q&A for if you're interested in LuLaRoe. If you're interested in learning how we run our business, just any questions.
Yes.
But Stevie used to be a teacher.
Yeah. Go to the next question.
Yeah.
So the next question is, are you team building? And for some of you who don't know, team building means having consultants under you. And yes, we are. We currently have 3 sponsors under us, or excuse me, 3 consultants under us. And I think that's been our passion the whole time. We love kind of helping people, teaching them.
Oh, thank you.
And so, yeah.
You could sell LuLaRoe, whoever asked that. It's a clothing company, but
I didn't see that question.
you can.
So yes. Do you think of? So we will say, for us being.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah. So for us being sponsors, thanks, Joy. We have created a welcome packet. So if you are considering selling and you're looking for a sponsor, we'd love to reach out to you. But we created a welcome packet that we will send you. Gives you a rundown of how we run our business. It shares with you. I lost my train of thought with his comment. I'm sorry. It shares with you all the purchases that we've made. It shares with you how you can set your business up for success, things that we did while we were in the queue, all of that. So, and then we have a bunch of spreadsheets that we also share with our team that kind of shows them, how we keep track of everything. There is a ton that you have to do selling LuLaRoe. So,
yeah.
I will say that, you got to be organized, and I think, somebody giving you that stuff is helpful.
Yeah. Team building is something that we knew we wanted to do, and we've enjoyed it so far. It's a lot of fun to help other people out getting started, because we remember when we first got in the queue and we were researching things, we couldn't sleep at night, and we still can't sometimes. So we really enjoy having a team and just helping others out. And sorry, phone gone off. But someone asked benefits of team building. As you build a team, LuLaRoe pretty much cuts you a paycheck for training people. So because the company's not able to go out and send trainers, they have to rely on their consultants to train other people how to do it. So so if you're sponsoring someone and whatever they purchase from LuLaRoe will cut you a 5% check of that. So that's kind of like them saying, this is your thank you for training this person. Since we couldn't do it, we're going to pay you to do it. Is what it is.
So that would be the monetary benefit, but I feel like another huge benefit is just leadership, and being able to lead other women and kind of direct them in the right way. So that's a big thing for me. I've always desired to be a leader and help others. So I think that's another big reason that we would enjoy team building.
Yeah.
And so far, we have loved the girls that have joined our team. And gotten along with them really well. And so that's been nice, getting close with people that, you weren't previously close with. So it's been fun.
We just met with someone last night, Joy, I don't know if she's watching, but I just love her so much, and I'm like so excited to, like Stevie said, you get to meet people you would have never met before.
She's here, yeah.
Oh, joy! Yeah, so it's just so much fun.
Yeah. So feel free to reach out to us about that. So
yeah.
I'm worried about there being too many consultants and super saturation. Does this worry you at all? And it's kind of funny you say this because Paige and I started realizing that in our 99 problem, and Paige and I started to realize in Greensboro that there is a lot more consultants coming up around here. And that was a concern at points, but then we start to think about, well, the neat thing with LuLaRoe is the patterns are totally different. So if I have something that another consultant doesn't have, then they're going to buy from me, and vice versa. So that's not something that I think super concerns us right now. And we think about Mary Kay and how many consultants they had. So there's a ton with Mary Kay, and this business is still just starting out.
There's really, like Stevie said, because of the different patterns, it's okay to buy from other consultants because they might have a pattern that this one doesn't have. And I think that helps with any competition that might come up. I feel like LuLaRoe, we call each other sisters, and we all help each other out.
Yeah.
How to run 3 million or something. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy.
I did not know that.
And I don't know. I can't remember the last number that they told us LuLaRoe had, but we meet people every day, especially at these pop-ups, who have never heard of LuLaRoe. That's another reason I'm not worried because, yeah, there might be a lot of people who do, and there may be other consultants, but there's a ton of people who do not know about LuLaRoe. So, yeah, don't be worried about that.
And I think...
okay, 35,000.
Thank you, Rachel. 35,000 consultants in LuLaRoe right now is what she said. And I think another thing that if we do a really good job of having great customer service, I think that'll help people come back to us. And that's one of our huge things is to make sure we have phenomenal customer service and that women are pleased with the interaction they have with us, and they walk away feeling beautiful in their stuff. So we don't want people just to purchase just to move inventory. We want them to really like the pieces and feel good in it. So I think if we continue that mentality through our business, it'll help keep people coming back to us. Another reason to not be super concerned.
Yeah.
Where do you all keep your clothes? That's a great question. We will show you. Sorry, the light is in the way right here, our lighting kit. But this is a room that's off of my kitchen. It was our office, and from where I was a former classroom teacher, I tutor a little bit. What is your website? LuLaRoe Stevie Page. What is our website? It's on Facebook.
Yeah, it's a Facebook page.
Sorry. But my husband told me when we were in the queue and considering this, that this is what I should have turned into the LuLaRoe room, and I didn't initially. I thought, oh, it'll be fine in this huge closet that we have, but we ended up getting a surplus of inventory because we had so many pop-ups. The clothes got here, and it all didn't fit in the closet. So if you're in the same boat as me and you're thinking, oh, it'll fit here, you might want to rethink that and consider a room. Honestly, we've did this room for a week now, and I love it. I come in here and can focus everything. I even have a desk in here. I can focus and pull everything that I need. So I strongly suggest that.
Yeah. And we're a team. So we switch back and forth with who. At first, we thought we were going to always keep it here. And then when CB was on vacation, we kept it at my home in my guest room / office. And it fits great in there. So we've decided that for now what works is that we switch on and off who keeps the inventory. And it kind of helps us divvy up the roles or divvy up the roles better. So when the inventory is here, I respond to Facebook stuff, and when the inventory's up, and Stevie ships out the stuff because she has the clothes. So it's been working great for us.
Yes. And her room is similar. She has her desk in there, all the clothes. So again, strongly suggest that. It does make for a more efficient experience. Sorry, that's my dog trying to get in, but we're not letting him in. So yeah, there was something else I was going to say, and I forgot.
About keeping the inventory?
Yeah, hopefully I'll think about it. Sorry, I don't remember now. Where do you keep the inventory? Oh, well. You guys. Oh, I know what it was. You guys are a team doing what? Selling LuLaRoe clothing line. So what it was we are a team. So it's taken us a little bit. I will say that's probably been the hardest part. Good hard, but about this first month is trying to figure out all the kinks of how we're going to do this and making sure that there's a process in place for everything we do, so that we're not constantly having to, hey, I'm doing this, you know. So we're making sure that there is a process. So it's like, for an example, our shipping process. When Paige sees, if she comes over to my house because I got to go somewhere and needs to ship something out, she sees it in a basket, she knows that person's been invoiced. You know, so that was something she doesn't have to ask me, has this person been invoiced? She can tell. That's an example. So I will say that it's taken us some time, but we finally just recently decided to switch off the roles because we were both doing everything, and it was really impeding on our life as stay-at-home moms, as a wife and everything. And there was no need for us both to be on checking the messages and both be a part of the shipping process. So we've split it up, and we're going to see how it goes. It's working right now. I do feel like I got a little bit more freedom than what I was having. So, but it might not work after we do it for a while. So we'll see. But that is something, if you are a team, you might want to start thinking through some roles and, you know, what you enjoy and what your partner enjoys, and trying to figure that out.
And those of you out there who aren't on a team, good for you, because setting up for these pop-ups, I could not do it alone. I don't know how y'all set up for, I mean, I'm assuming someone comes and helps you, but.
I was shocked to say that we don't get much help when people with pop-ups. So that's another little random tidbit, that prepare to do it all yourself. The hostess, which I guess is not, like, we shouldn't expect them to, but just.
Thank you. It's not always the case, but sometimes you have. Oh.
No, thank you.
Block. Okay.
So somebody just asked, how did you sell your husband on becoming a LuLaRoe consultant? The crazy thing is it kind of worked out magically for us. All four of us were best friends, and then our husbands became close friends because we're best friends. And the four of us hang out all the time together, and in that process, always our husbands actually were the ones dreaming up ways to have their own business. And then when we became stay-at-home moms, I can't read that if you'll just.
Yeah.
When we became stay-at-home moms, we then realized that we wanted to have some type of income so we could continue to stay home and help out our husbands working. And so we actually started our own business, and they didn't. So, but they support us 100%. I think it helps them. I
know she.
Okay, sorry. I think it helps them to know that there is an income coming in besides just them working. They're very supportive. They actually are constantly helping us. I don't know, is Will even watching? He needs to be, because
I think he's finding Pokemon.
He does that. I didn't know that. Anyways, but that's her husband, Will. But shaking my head, yeah. But he's constantly, like, he deals with payroll, so he's constantly helping us think through, and he's a part of sales. Both of our husbands are a part of sales, and they're constantly helping us think through different ways to reach out to other people. Both of us are, different ideas. He even was the one that noticed that we had a processing fee. We didn't even recognize that we had a processing fee with the credit card. So they are constantly helping us, and I think it is because they are enjoying the income.
Yeah, and we want to do a Q&A with them so that if y'all have husbands that are not in it or just kind of like skeptical, we're going to have Noah and we'll do a Q&A where you can ask, the guys can ask, or you can ask questions for your husbands to see like what it's like for your wife to do it.
Yes. I will say they sacrifice a lot for us to do that. Yeah, thanks, Joy. They do. Thank y'all for joining. We're doing a Q&A about selling LuLaRoe. We've been selling for 1 week. Yeah, feel free to add followers with the little man. Swipe and add followers. That'd be great. But they sacrifice a lot because they'll be at work, and then they have to keep our kids while we do a pop-up. And both of our kids, They're 11 months old right now. My son actually turns 1 next Tuesday, which is crazy. Very dependent on mom, especially to go to bed. So our poor husbands, they get it pretty bad.
Yeah.
But they're getting an income.
Yeah, which was one of the questions I think Sarah asked was how quick to earn your investment back.
Correct.
So we're hoping to have all of our debt paid off in a couple months, and let me just tell you, we had a lot more debt than
Oh, got it.
yeah. We had a lot of debt, like almost 13 or 14,000, because after we did our initial order, which was like 6,000 or 7,000, because we did the add-on package, we went in and ordered like 5,000 or 6,000 more. Plus, we spent like 1,500 on like other things, so we were in the hole big time, and
we've already,
which that's not a lot of money for like any other business, if that's what you mean. But yeah, LuLaRoe, it's really not that much money up front. When Pikachu.
I don't know if they're talking.
But anyway, so with that being said, we're probably going to pay off like $14,000, well, plus because we've been putting more money reinvesting back into it, in just a couple of months, which is really great.
We've already paid off half of our debt.
Oh, more than half, yeah.
Yeah, more than half.
Yeah.
And we've only been selling for a month. So we're thinking after the second month, it'll all be paid off, and then we'll be able to make a profit ourselves. How many pieces are in your inventory so far? I'll write that down.
We originally ordered 795 pieces, but we're adding on new stuff now. So I don't think we've counted it recently, like the actual count, but we started off with 795. Hey!
I'll just write you a check. Hey, we'll take it. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, we started off with $7.95, and we've been replenishing the whole time and adding. So, you love it, don't you, Margie? She likes our title.
That was Stevie's bright idea.
Thanks to the training call who said you need to have your creative title on Periscope. So the training calls are very helpful when you become a consultant. You can listen to those on Tuesdays. They really helped us with our business. So
someone said that they plan on just having their pop-ups at their home. And do we see that as a negative thing? I mean, if you're by yourself and that's all you can do, then rock that. I mean, our in-home pop-ups have gone really well. We've done, I think, 3 this month, or 3 since we've started, and they've been really successful. I would say if you are able to get out there and go into other people's homes, that's great too. But just work with what you have. If you don't have any help and you can't get out there, get people to come into your home. And we do something we even do with our pop-ups. People in the Greensboro area, if they host at one of our homes, then they get an extra incentive because that way we don't have to lug our stuff around. So we have a lot of in-home pop-ups here too.
Yeah, and so what we've done with the in-home pop-ups is if somebody says, we don't have space in our home, can we do it at your house? Or when somebody sets up a pop-up with us, sorry, that's my son. He's still awake, told y'all.
Oh, he's going for a ride.
Yeah, maybe that'll help. So just give him a second. But we'll ask them, hey, would your clientele, the people that you're inviting, would they come to our home? And if it's out of the way, then we're like, no, we'll just do it at your house. Because obviously we want a successful pop-up. But if they're like, actually, I don't live far from you, it might be easier just to have it at your house, then they do that. And it's easier on the hostess. They're not having to clean the house. They just bring a food. And like she said, we give them a free pair of leggings on top of that, on top of whatever else they get. One thing that we learned, though, is that we were booking a pop-up, leaving on Friday, and then having an in-home pop-up at our house on Saturday, and then leaving again on Sunday. And that's not beneficial because that's just like going to somebody's house. Like we're having to coming back to our house versus being able to keep the inventory in the car all weekend and just go to houses. So when you do the in-home pop-up in your own home, and that's something you plan on doing, make sure that you book it within a time frame. Like we now learned that, and we have one weekend where it's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think is all at my house, and other people are hosts. And they just come to my house. And so just make sure you do it in that manner versus packing up, coming back home, packing up to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Another thing that we did that was very successful is we had one pop-up that didn't have a lot of people coming per the Facebook invite, and I think it's just because thanks for inviting followers. Yeah, the little man, swipe over and invite. Thank you. But it wasn't going to be that successful, so we asked them, is it okay if we turn it into an open house? And that's another idea. If you're not having a successful pop-up because of summertime or whatever it may be, ask them, hey, it's at my house. Is it okay if we turn it? And that, I mean, really, the person only had one person come, and that was one of our best open houses because we opened it up to the local community. But I will say that's probably been our best seller is open houses, our most profit gain. And it makes sense if you think about it. Thank you. We'll answer that. If you think about open houses are people who want to shop LuLaRoe. So what we do is we just put on our Facebook group and we publicize, hey, we got an open house. Come to our house between these hours and shop. And there's no hostess, so there's no rewards having to give away. It's just at our house, whoever house the inventory's at. And they come and shop. And those people are interested in wanting to try on LuLaRoe. Whereas sometimes with a pop-up, as Paige worded it last night to Joy, is she was explaining that, sometimes it's your friend that's going to come and just support you, and they're not really interested in the clothing, and so they're just going to come and hang out and eat. And so if you can do open houses, we suggest that maybe once a week or 2 times a month, whatever.
Yeah, or like if you have a pop-up cancel last minute.
Yes.
We've done that twice, I think, to have cancel last minute due to, sad reasons, like when someone's kid had to go to the hospital for like an asthma attack and things like that. But we just did an open house instead, and it was like a last minute thing. And how we did it was we just put it on our Facebook page, like, hey, open house this time. Like we did it probably like 3 days in advance because it was a last minute cancel. And people came, and then we like made a Facebook invite about it too, and texted people who we knew said that they wanted to come try on stuff and just let them know open house, and we just got the word out.
Thank y'all for joining.
Yeah, thank y'all so much.
We're doing a Q&A on selling LuLaRoe. We've been selling for 1 month and are about to cruise qualify.
Woo!
So we're excited. Do you keep all your stuff displayed all the time at your home? Yes, I can show you real quickly. She asked it, do you keep your stuff displayed in your home at all times? I will show you. Excuse the lighting kit, but I think you can see. This is mine, and when it's at Paige's house, it's a very similar setup, just in a bedroom. This is like an extra office space. That's a mirror back there, by the way. Not so. And then we have our desk. So that is, we do keep it set up because, sorry.
No, we haven't used those, Rachel.
What was the question?
Have we used Facebook? The question was, have we used Facebook sponsor? I think that's like is that when you market to like other people? We haven't done that. We just let people in our group page know.
Okay, so, a couple questions. So somebody asked, do we keep this all set up? Yes, you're going to want to do that to be able to pull inventory when you're selling throughout the week. If you're planning on doing a Facebook sale, if you're planning on being a part of a multi-consultant sale, whatever it is, you're going to be pulling inventory, so to keep it packaged away would be difficult to be able to ship that out. But if you're only doing in-home pop-ups, then you probably wouldn't need to keep it out. The other question, you're right now,
yeah,
was, oh my gosh, what was that question?
it was about,
yes, it shows its specific demographics at all.
Oh, are you worried about random people coming to your house?
Thank you, strangers. Yes, at times, because we both stay home, and we both have 11-month-old. So we have made it very clear that when we put an event out, we only put it on our Facebook group. It's only one that they can see. So these are all people that we know, or people that we trust have invited them to join our group. And when we create the event, we only invite those people that we know as well.
Yeah, so like on our Facebook group, we say message us for the address. That way we can see who's asking us for it. And then in our private event, we know the people, so we just put our address because we know them. But if it's someone new, then we just kind of stalk them on Facebook. And luckily, when we do the open homes, the open houses, like, you know,
it's
a safer environment. Like, we're not here by ourselves with a kid, but we've had great experiences with people, like new people that we've met. And you can tell, like, by their Facebook name and just looking that they're not sketchy.
And most of our open houses, because it's more convenient for people, are either going to be at nighttime when their husbands are home, or on the weekends. So again, our husbands are home. So, and we both live in great neighborhoods where our neighbors are either old or work from home, and so they're always home to help look out for stuff. So that's a benefit for us.
Someone asked about the initial order. The initial package now, yes, to onboard, you have to get the initial onboarding package, which those of you in the queue right now, help me out, but I think that it costs around like $3,000 to $4,000 for that initial package. And currently, you get like, 6 different styles?
Yeah.
We should know this because we've been sending it out to our team.
5,000. Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, Sarah.
5,300. Thank you.
Okay, so that's how much it costs to onboard, pretty much, because you have to get that initial package. But they send you the top seller, so it's like that's what you want. That's what you want to invest your money in. So it's not like it's a good thing. What
and
you're
then
doing.
On top of that, we went above and beyond because we knew that we were wanting to go into this full force. But if you don't have a ton of money, and we just opened up a credit card and went in a lot of debt. But if you don't have a lot of money, then you can budget and stuff. But we bought a lot of things. So nice clothing racks, but you will initially only go into debt about $1,000. On top of that, is what I would roughly estimate for your shipping. You want to get a Dymo. That's probably one of the most expensive things. Your lighting kit for your pictures, your clothes racks. One purchase that we've shared, and you can make this decision that we've made that we kind of like that was pointless, is the mannequin or dress form, whatever you want to call it. Honestly, it's a lot of work. We have kids to try to dress that thing for pictures versus just having a hanger. I know they don't turn out great as the ones with the mannequin, but when you're super busy like we are, trying to stay on top of sales and do a sale a day and also have kids, it's really hard. Yeah, Margie said you won't do the mannequin much longer. She told us that.
We did the mannequin at first, and then like our boys were like trying to knock it down.
Yeah.
Like it's.
And so then we thought, oh well, we'll take it to pop-ups. Well, after you load up your car with all the inventory, the mannequin doesn't fit unless you have a minivan. So it doesn't go to pop-up. So it stays at our house, at whichever house the inventory's at for the open houses or in-home pop-ups that we do at our own home. So
yeah.
Somebody asked, I missed the info, Margie, and my mannequin just showed up today.
It's not a bad thing to have. Some people like bring it to every pop-up. We just so we'll use it.
There are two.
Oh!
What?
I think that's what we said. Like, there's two of us.
Oh, there's two of us, so we'll use it. That's what we said. You're right, Margie. We thought that.
Yeah, we weren't thinking.
But yeah, you might use it if you prefer the pictures on it. You might figure out that it's beneficial. I will say it does look good with pictures. Like we normally have it behind us for a Periscope and stuff, but I figured I wouldn't use it tons in the end. Okay.
Someone asked, do we use a tracking system?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here, I'll actually show you. So we learned another thing. We learned we did a whole tracking system for a whole month. That's a little difficult. What we do is when something is sold, if they claim it, most times she invoices. She's just really good at it. She'll invoice, and then if I'm doing the shipping, whoever the person is a part of shipping, they will ship. When they pay, we will then remove it from our inventory, from our pictures right then, and mark it on our tracking sheet. So we literally have all the sizes up top and the styles down the side, and we did it for a whole month, and now we are just doing it for a week at a time, because you can actually manage a week at a time and say, because there's times that we'll go to put a tally and we're like, wait, did I tally that already? I can't remember.
Many.
Yeah. So now we just do it a week at a time, and then that'll help us know, okay, this is what all we sold. We need to replenish this. And our sponsor sent us a really great tracking system that says what I want in this inventory, what I have, and what I need, and it automatically calculates it. So we know we've come up with a number that we want in all of the all the Nicoles, and the small Nicoles, and then however many we have. And at the end of the week, we take our tracking system that we have and subtract those out. So it makes it really easy. And then we always double check that with our pictures in our inventory. So
like 2 times a week.
Yes, we do it every Monday if we don't have something like a pop-up going on, which this Monday we're going to be at a bank, so we won't be able to do it that Monday. But we do it every Monday so that our inventory is in line for the Monday night sale on our Facebook, so we don't double sell something that we've already sold. And then a lot of times we do it at the end of the week. But after pop-ups, because it is crazy, but at pop-ups, you're sitting there checking out and you're talking, and then you're like, wait, I didn't take a picture of what they bought, and so I don't know to take it out of the inventory and all those things. So
yeah, so we count our inventory every Monday, and then someone asked, how often do we order our 33 items? We order like twice a week too.
Yeah, you have to order 33 items every time you order from LuLaRoe. And yeah, it depends on what we have coming down the pipeline as far as like pop-ups and go.
Yes. Think.
Yeah, so like we have 3 pop-ups this weekend, 3 big pop-ups. Those people have invited a ton. They've done a lot on Facebook. Hopefully all those people show up. But so we ordered 3 boxes to prepare for this weekend. Unfortunately, we're only going to get 1 box before the weekend, but we'll then do a Periscope sale next week, and we have pop-ups the next weekend. So the good thing is that we're always having pop-ups, so we're always going to, yeah, sometimes that happens. You order, I think they had an issue I don't know if it's because of the Carlys, them launching the new Carlys or what, but they just recently had a huge issue where a lot of the orders have not been shipped out yet.
Luckily ours is.
Yeah.
All of ours are on the way.
They're on the way, just not as fast as we would like them to be.
Yeah, we're getting one tomorrow. Mm-hmm. We got into the bank because when we went to sign up for our credit card and we opened a checking account with both of us on there, they told us that BB&T does a business of the week. So if you know a BB&T around you, open up an account, tell them that you...
The boss, I saw Anna Matos get on. Oh my gosh, that's exciting.
Oh.
Thank y'all for joining.
I was like, who's the boss? But yeah, so we are business of the week at...
Oh, and Kendra. I didn't see that. Sorry, Kendra. Hey.
So we get to set up our stuff at BB&T, and the girls there are like so excited to see our stuff because we go in there often to deposit stuff, and they're always like, when are you going to bring your inventory? So not only do the workers there want to see it, but everyone who will come into the bank gets to see it too.
Yeah,
so.
We're anxious to see how that goes. We're hoping we're going to keep a mannequin. So the mannequin comes in good use for that, for our earlier comment about we wish we wouldn't have bought that. But we're going to keep the mannequin there all week with some flyers and information about how to buy LuLaRoe, information about us, and if they want to earn free clothes. But then we plan on being at the bank with our inventory on Monday, and we're going to try Friday. We both have a wedding. She's in it, and I'm going to it on Friday, so that's the only concern. But we just felt like Monday and Fridays are the busiest days at the bank. So that's our goal. We'll see how it goes. But hopefully it'll get us new clientele and people interested in hosting pop-ups. But
yeah. Let's see. Bank, pulling orders. How do we pull orders? I think you already went over that.
Yeah.
And then a lot of you are asking our investment back. Yes. We said earlier that we invested at the beginning close to like $14,000, and we're already halfway there with it paid off, and so we're expecting to have all of our debt paid off in 2 months.
Yes.
Which, because we put a lot more up front than just the initial package. We went in behind that initial package and ordered like 6,000 more in clothes, plus all this other stuff. So we are really pleased with how quickly we're going to get that investment back.
We do not take a salary yet.
No.
So if you haven't ever, well, if you're in the queue, then you don't know this, or if you're considering selling, LuLaRoe you'll get your payments from your credit cards like multiple times a day. So you get paid. It's not like one big paycheck at a time. So that was a little hard for us in the beginning to manage. But so what we decided is every Friday we take all those. How many racks? We have how many racks? We have 5 racks.
One of them's a double, but yeah.
That we take. Now we actually have 6, but we don't use the 6th one until we get more inventory. But 5 that we take to pop-ups and that are set up right now. But So every Friday we take all the paychecks that we got from that week, add them up, and even if people paid in cash and checks and stuff, add all that up, and 50% of that goes to paying off debt. 30% of that goes to replenishing inventory because we want to make sure we're staying on top of the inventory that we're getting. And then 10% we're setting aside for savings for a new line, and 10% to taxes to save up for our taxes. So if you don't know about taxes, you are 1099, so you will get tax, have to pay that back. So setting aside 10% every week should be a substantial amount to help pay off your taxes come April.
Yeah.
So that's what we do, and what we're hoping, we'll re-look at it after we pay off our debt, but we might stick with the 50% being what we get paid, and so then she'll get 25%, I'll get 25%, or we might say we want to get paid less so that we can add on more stuff and more inventory and more lines. We haven't talked about that yet. We have a month to look at that. So.
And you can do what works best for you. I know that there's some people out there who they go ahead and start paying themselves off the bat, and it just takes them longer to pay off their debt.
Yeah.
We wanted to pay off our debt as quick as we could because that just makes us happy to look at the bank and see that at zero.
Which we both don't like debt, so that's probably that's a big reason for that.
So, yeah.
And some of the debt is out of our personal pockets.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Will.
Hey, Will.
We talked about you earlier and how much you help us with our business. That's our husband, by the way. But some of it is out of our pockets, so eventually we are going to be paying ourselves back and getting that. So that's going to help us feel good.
Yeah. Whatever works best for you. It is almost 10 o'clock, so we definitely wanted to do the Q&A for an hour for you. So if you have any other last-minute questions, ask us real quick. And if not, I think we're going to try and post
one more in the notebook.
One more, and then we're also going to post this to YouTube if you need to rewatch it, because I think we answered some things earlier in this scope that you may have missed. So,
one question that somebody asked that we haven't answered yet is, how much time do we spend at pop-ups, Periscope, and day-to-day life? So, at pop-ups, we do a 2-hour window for pop-ups, but then obviously we get there about, we get there about an hour to an hour and a half earlier. We've gotten it down to being able to set up at a pop-up it takes us about an hour to get everything set up. And then obviously the breakdown is about an hour. So you're at a pop-up for 4 hours, sometimes 5. And then obviously you're advertising for the pop-up prior, doing a lot of Facebook announcements, sending out flyers and things like that. So there is some preparation prior to it. Periscope, that is one area that we're trying to grow in. We knew that pop-ups was going to be our biggest thing, and so we focused on it, while we were in the queue. And that's one thing we wish we would have focused more on getting our Periscope built up. But we're working on that. And we honestly at this point are doing Periscope only when we get new inventory. So but we're trying to come up with some fresh ideas to kind of do other things than just new inventory on Periscope. But those go fast because now, in the beginning, the Periscopes went really long because you had a lot of inventory to sell. But now when it's just new inventory, you have 33 to 40 pieces that you're trying to sell, and it flies. Yeah. And then day to day, it's kind of hard, I think, to say because we have kids, so it takes us a little bit longer to do anything. And I'm a teacher.
Oh, Elizabeth.
Hey, Elizabeth.
Oh, wait, that's not Elizabeth I know.
That's the one I used to work with. I hope school's going well. I'm glad you're watching.
There are a lot of teachers that sell, by the way.
Yes. I think it would be doable for a teacher to sell. But yeah, so it's hard for us to say day to day. We're constantly working. Now that we have this new system going, we shared earlier about taking turns. So, like, she's doing all the Facebook comments, and I'm doing the shipping and taking care of the inventory and taking pictures. We've split the task. I think that's helped. But so like tomorrow we get to go to the pool, and we haven't been able to do that since we got this inventory. So that's kind of exciting that we have time for that tomorrow. But it's a little hard to say the day to day. Last question somebody asked was, do you want an assistant yet? And I think it kind of goes with this is, we haven't seen the need for assistant because we're a team. Not yet, at least. If we get well enough well, we'll probably get a babysitter before we get an assistant.
Yeah. We need a babysitter, not an assistant.
That's, yeah. But maybe somebody take pictures. That's one of the areas that is the most difficult for us.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because we have kids trying to pull down the lighting kit or whatever while we're doing it. A couple minutes.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Will.
I have that written down. They asked about ordering extra styles and did we get duplicates? How you order extra styles is after your initial phone call, you can just go into the back office Audrey and you can order whatever you want. So we went back in there and got, we added on like Perfect Tees. I don't think it was in
the
our
Nicole.
package. The Amelia. We just went and added on the back office. And then did we get duplicates? Yes. But let me tell you, we didn't let that hurt us. We had this one shirt that we had like 30
real.
plus up. And we had a friend buy this outfit with that top with black leggings and it looked really good. We posted a picture of her wearing that outfit and we almost have sold all of those shirts.
Yeah.
So if you get duplicates, just make the best of it.
Yes. Yeah, putting outfits together with duplicates really does help.
Yeah.
Last minute questions, anybody? Real quick that you're dying to hear. If you don't put it on here, we are available through our Facebook LuLaRoe Stevie page. You can message us there. You can comment on this video. Well, this is Periscope, but we will be posting it to YouTube, so you can subscribe to us on YouTube and comment there. Will you be going on the
well, Stevie's pregnant, so she won't.
Yeah. I'm due February when the cruise is, but we are cruise qualifying for our first month, and I think the next 3 months are going to be a lot easier because people are going to be back in school and a routine, and people will come to pop-ups more and buy more. So I've heard that the fall months for LuLaRoe is really well. So yeah, we're after this weekend we should be cruise qualified, so we're excited.
Yeah.
It's not a question, but you guys are the best consultants. Oh, thank you, Candy.
Candy is an awesome clientele. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, she's actually doing all my pop-up.
Yep.
So hopefully y'all can check out her pop-up with us. I think what date is it, Candy?
The 21st
of August. Congratulations. Thank you.
Oh, because she's pregnant. I was like, what?
Yeah. I'm so excited. Yes, the
21st.
Yes.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, thank you all so much. You've been a great audience. We've really appreciated the comments, the questions. And all the hearts. Thank you, and sharing and getting on. So, you all have a great night.
Bye.
Thank you. Thanks for this. Is a great job. Thank y'all so much. Bye.